Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, what they said this was like season 9, episode 1. I didn't even write it down because when I saw it, it annoyed me. And I'm like, how? When we left, it was the mid-season finale. We get back, it's a brand new season. However, we are still on the trip from the previous season that we just ended. Okay, I can't stand on TV, WeTV, and BET because they do the same thing with sisters with the way that they're doing these seasons now. I'm like, is this a industry standard to where they have to draw out these seasons like this? Because it's getting ridiculous. So the girls are still arguing because Destiny is claiming that Melody was trying to teach Coleslaw how to be a good side chick, respectful cheating and stuff like that. As I stated, in case you're new here, is this thing crooked? I can't tell. It's a smidge crooked. As I stated last time this conversation came up, I can see both sides of the situation. When it comes to Destiny, I don't think she's reaching too hard because on the first season of this show, we saw Melody asking the couples, do they believe in respectful cheating? Do they believe in, well, if you're keeping it from your partner, at least you would. She brought this up at the table, and I feel like it was like an anniversary dinner or something. So I could see where Destiny could get the idea and run with it, that Melody is trying to teach that girl how to be a respectful side chick, because you said it. It came out your own mouth, lady. But at the same time, I don't think that Melody was sitting up on the phone with the lady as friends like Destiny was trying to make it sound. She probably did get like oh, okay, Martell just left. Oh, okay. And where did he say he was going? Okay, cool. She probably gathered information to wham, bam, bam, Martell with, but I for not 1 minute believe that she was sitting up just talking to this lady freely on the phone about any and everything. So Destiny gets up all aggressively. She's like leaning over, she's yelling, and she go ahead and storms out. Outside, Stormy goes to comfort her, and she's like, okay, well, what's the real problem? Stormy is saying in her confessional that she can tell that Destiny is passionate and not just angry. So she's asking her, what's the real problem? What is it that you need her to understand? Destiny says that Melody dragged her after the fallout of their relationship. This part blew me so hard, y'all. This is when I had to, before I was finished writing my notes, I had to go and find a couple of reviews to be like, did this happen the way that I think it happened, or am I tripping? Because I feel like it was the exact opposite. Destiny, you went and badmouthed Melody to anybody that would listen after y'all fell out. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. It's like, I feel like Melody's whole rule of not talking to these folks when they're not filming is because of Destiny. Tisha probably was the start of it, but Destiny was probably the nail in the coffin of being like, you know what? These girls be doing too much, and I can't deal. Because they do. I remember when I was done with Destiny when it came to Melody was at Melody's video release party, because then she had it at Stormy's house. I think she shot the video at Stormy's house. So this is before Stormy came on the cast. This is how he was introduced to her. She was still pregnant. She was like, oh, I'm recording my video at my girl Stormy's house. And I think she had the release party at the end of the season there as well. Destiny came up to Melody, and she always makes the moment about her. And this episode, she did the exact same thing. So no, it was the opposite, Destiny. She didn't go badmouth you. She didn't say nothing about you, it seemed like. Not until you started on her and was badmouthing her and, oh, you wanted to be a part of her village and you felt some type of way that she wasn't calling you to watch her kids. And it was just all types of weird. And because of that, she stopped talking to you. And because of that, you started talking about her to other people. That was the start of the end of the friendship. And like I said, when it comes to this, I'm Team Melody, because Destiny, I can't deal. And we're going to get to that later on. Melody, when they get in there, when they get back, she's trying to reason with Melody and tell her what's really wrong with her as far as you badmouthed me after the fallout. But at this point, Mel is on 10. She was like, no, you stood up at me and you reaching over and da da da. She's like, I was getting up to leave out. I was getting up to leave out. But it's like, no, girl, you turned to her and leaned over like, if you could, you would slap her. So yeah, I be feeling away. I be feeling a bit threatened. And I really want to continue the conversation. So at this point, Melody gets up and leave. Tisha's like, see, this is what we talking about. What happened to respect for communication? I'm like, hush, girl, you ain't say nothing when Destiny got up and stormed out and wasn't, effectively and respectfully communicating. So they're leaving, and Shanita is like, come on, Ops, talking to Tisha. At this point, Tisha is over it. Tisha is ready to fight. So Tisha's like, stop calling me the Ops. You don't know me like that. Don't be calling me that. Don't be calling me the Ops. And she walks up in Shanita's face when this is happening. Now, mind you, Tisha like yay tall, Shanita like mid tall. But she don't care. When somebody disrespects you, you gotta check it. So she all up in Shanita's face, and Shanita is like, y'all better get this girl. So Kimmy comes over to intervene, and she calms Shanita down. Shanita was getting on my nerves because she's like, so what I'm supposed to call her if I can't call her the Ops? She has a name. You can call her name. Like, girl, what I'm supposed to call her if I can't call her the Ops? Her name. So Kimmy gets Shanita to understand that you were being shady. And she's just trying to claim that she thought it was a joke. She thought that, Tisha laughed when she first said it. Later on, when they, all have their resolve at dinner, she's like, I thought it was just all a little joke. I thought it was like a little wink, wink. A little wink, wink. And Tisha's like, yeah, we wink, winking. Yeah, we wink, winking. Tisha, you was just ready to fight the girl for calling you the Ops. Now you saying, yeah, girl, we was joking about it. Tisha, stand up. Stand on business. Like... Okay, so next we see Destiny had pulled Sunny to the side because she's feeling a way about Sunny acting like they weren't friends, or at the very least forming a friendship. She was like, so we only spoke on the phone 3 times? And she was like, well, yeah, we spoke on the phone, we FaceTime, we did this. I'm like, girl, stop trying to deny your interactions with Destiny to try to justify you going and getting with Moses. So Sunny tells her, I never wanted my joy to cause your pain. Destiny said, but you do though, because you're rubbing it in my face. She said, well, how am I rubbing it in your face? The fact that you're even here on this show, my dear, you're trying to rub it in her face. Destiny is over it. Sunny was like, but you pulled me to the side. You pulled me to the side to talk. She said, yeah, because I thought that we were going to have a real moment. But I see that's not going to happen. I said, I know, right? In this situation... I'm saying Destiny, because Sunny, don't try to act like we wasn't friends or forming a friendship. Like I said, y'all, she was that girl's manager. She was booking that girl gigs. When that girl couldn't pay for hair and makeup for these gigs, she helping her pay for hair and makeup. Like, girl, you were going above and beyond of what somebody that is just your show producer would do. Y'all were friends. Y'all were forming a friendship, and you was dead ass wrong for going up behind this lady and taking, well, I ain't gonna say taking her man, because Destiny says she is the one that ended the relationship, but going behind this lady to be with her most recent ex and marry him. It's trifling, baby. Like Tisha told you to your face, that's trifling. It's trifling. So they get home, and Destiny's upstairs, and she goes down. I was trying to wonder, like, what is she upstairs for? You're down in the dungeon. Go to that stuffy room with no windows. What are you doing up there? She's coming down the stairs, and she looks at Melody, and she's like, I'm like, what? I'm sorry. And Melody, you know how Melody just do her like little fakeness to diffuse him. Girl, come here. Girl, come here. Okay. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk. That's how Melody is saying. And I'm just sitting here like, what is happening? Destiny's like, I love you. I love you. Destiny. See, this is why we can't take you serious, because you've been at this girl neck, coming at her with ridiculous allegations when you need to be checking how you address y'all's friendship. But then she lets you know that you the one tripping, and now it's, I'm sorry, I love you. And Destiny is in her confessional claiming that she is not apologizing for what she said. She's going to stand on that. But she's apologizing that she had to bring it up the way that she did. Destiny, you just seem so unlikable on this show. I don't know you in real life, so I can't say what you are like in real life. You might be the sweetest, most fun person I ever did see. But as far as how you come off on this show, it's giving very fake. It's giving very clout chasing. I'm going to go where the wind blow because that's what a check is. I don't like it. I don't like it. You could pretend to be a little more likable. She just seems kind of bitter, and then misery loves company. So she says she got a therapist and a life coach, and a life coach, a therapist too. So you got two licensed people working on you, and you still not understanding your fault in these situations, and you're still not searching for a piece of happy to kind of carry with you throughout the day so that you don't have to come off like this. This ain't cute. It's not a good look, my boo. So next we see her and Tisha go to the pool, and she tells Tisha about what just happened as far as I love you, I'm sorry, while Mel is telling Shanita inside. Mel also says that, she's good on this. She don't need no more friends, but they can be cordial. She said, I ain't taking applications right now. And I'm with Mel. I wouldn't want Destiny back in my life. The way that the Destiny has treated her over the years and expected so much out of her, it's like, baby, you don't get to treat me bad and be mad that I didn't run up behind you to ask you and inquire on why you treating me bad. No, dear, you treat me bad, I disappear. That's it. That's it. That's it. So the next day, they are going to ride ATVs. I love me some good ATVs, y'all. If I'm going somewhere that's like got a view, got a mountain, I'm going to ATV. Love it. Mel and her gang ride with Island Boo. Baby, Island Boo is literally their concierge for the entire trip. So she has been able to play with this little boy and all the hugging and the flirting, and she touching up on him. They just having super playful moments, and I'm really sitting here like, so does little Mr. Island Boy concierge come back when everybody go to sleep? Do you go say, oh, let me go check on this chef, and you go a couple houses down and to put it on the little concierge right quick? I'm just wondering. So Melody tells Destiny that she's glad that basically she exposed Sonny and Moses. Thank you for sharing those texts with everybody. It really provided context, and it's going to allow us to know how to move forward as a group. Melody asks her, how are we going to move forward as a group? Destiny said if they move back to St. Louis. Melody said, well, they ain't even moved here yet. Yeah, but they here, and he keeps talking about me. And she wanted to be like, and they on this show, and they can just go back to St. Louis and leave this all behind if they wanted to move forward, okay? So she then, later on, as they're getting back to the ATVs, Destiny says that she is sorry to Melody to keep being reminded of her pain with Martell, because now she's getting to understand how that feels when it comes to Sonny and Moses. Okay, And I think this is when Melody was giving a toast, y'all. Melody was like, yeah, I know that y'all da-da-da-da-da and this, that, and the third, and we having a good time. And, you know, we girls, we gotta do this and da-da-da. And Destiny was like, not to cut you off, but cutting you off. Yeah, girl, I understand. So that was already odd and annoying. And like I said, she will truly take Melody's moments and try to make it about her. So Destiny pulls Melody to the side again, and she is mad that Melody won't acknowledge her pain with how Melody said that she was a liar and that she had did something with Martell. She feels like Melody should apologize for that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, do we have to do this right now? We are at we on this trip. We got this beautiful view. Everybody's having a good time, and you just want to air out all your grievances one by one. Don't nobody feel like this. Ain't nobody else on this tip. You see how everybody else just enjoying the view and having a good time? Oh, I might need to go balance that washer. It's good. It's balancing out. Yes, basically she wants Melody to retract what she said. And Mel is just like, I'm not straightening it up. You ain't straightening it up when you said that my mama was a pimp. And they go back to when she said something about, you need to go on a pimping your daughter. She's like, well, you know, I'm sorry for saying that to your mama, but, you know, it don't even matter. Melody was like, what you mean it don't matter? Okay, well, I said sorry to your mama, so it don't matter. But you call my mama a pimp. I'm like, not in the literal sense, but still disrespectful nonetheless. I get it. This is so annoying because they are not going to see eye to eye. Like I said, Destiny finds the worst moments to have a conversation with Melody. She always finds these moments where Melody is, you know, basically at the center of attention, and for a reason. It's not like she's making herself the center of attention. It's her album party. It's her whatever it was, video release party. It's her trip. You take these moments, and this is when you decide to air out your grievances with her. And I feel like it is situational manipulation, because it's like, you know that Melody is not the type that's really gonna turn up too bad when it's something that she's doing. So she's taking these moments to just dump on her, knowing that she's not really gonna get what she deserves back. I don't like it. That's how my baby sound. I don't like it. So let's go ahead. I wrote this down twice. Maurice talking to Monster. I did. So we see Maurice and Monster, y'all. Monster's all grown up. He's a senior in high school. And, you know, Maurice just wants to make sure that he is focused. He plays football, and I guess he wasn't doing so hot the previous years. So now Maurice wants to line him up in the backyard. Go get your helmet. He got the little what I be doing, the little leg drills. Get your feet in, feet out, feet in, feet out. He's got that little stuff out there. He's making him do some drills. Is it me, or is Monster giving, you're showing out for the cameras? That's what Monster wanted to say to him. It seems like this is the first time ever Maurice has taken him out back. It's looking like the first time that Maurice has taken him out back to do these drills, because he's like, we gotta keep doing it. We gotta do it again. We really doing this? Maurice, leave that boy alone, because you faking for the cameras. If you really cared about them scouts and what they see of him doing, you would have been doing this freshman year. Whenever he said he wanted to do this sport, that's when you should have been making sure he didn't suck at the sport. It's a bit late now. You're trying to get the recruiters to look at him. But anyway, have your father-son moment for the camera and make him do these drills. They also talk about college and entry exams. And he's like, how was your ACTs? Okay, you got to look at some prep classes. Well, how is this? What college do you want to go to? Monster gives him a list of safety net schools and reach schools that he would like to go to. And he also mentions a school in California. It's like, you ain't gonna be going to school for no girl. You trying to go to school for some girl. He was like, no, Well, kinda, cause it's this girl that he met on Instagram that's in California, or go to school in California or something. He said, "Oh Lord, you about to get catfished into a college." He then gives him like, the don't be stupid talk, and Monster's just like, when can we get home? Because I'm hungry and you can't cook. Marie said, well, that's why she taught you how to cook. He said, yeah, but I don't feel like cooking for you. He said, you ain't got to cook for me, sir. He's like, yeah, but you going out with your friends, but you can bring me some food home. No, I think you should do that. So it was a cute little moment of us seeing him actually spend time with Monster because, we don't see it that much. And Kimmy already told us that she be the one that's the main role in Monster's life. Yeah. So back in St. Thomas, they're going to dinner and they have a beautiful view, gorgeous view in my Kenya Moore voice. At dinner, Destiny makes Sunny get up because Sunny was sitting next to Melody. She was like, who took my seat? You took my seat. So we said, this seat? You want this seat? Girl, you can have it. So Sunny is in her confessional like, oh my gosh, this is such a forced act and she's being a puppy. And I'm like, even a broke clock is right twice a day, because it was very annoying to see be Destiny try to be all bestie like with Melody, knowing that that's not what it is for y'all. That's just not what it is for y'all. So Melody puts Kimmy on blast for liking couples trips over girls trips. Kimmy mentions that she likes the dynamic of the men being there. They're funny, they're lighthearted, they keep them from fighting. And Melody is offended by that. She says that, they are strong Black women who are capable of handling their own situations. And this whole trip, we've been able to have conversations and diffuse it, right? So we don't need the men for that. We don't need the men for that. Kimmy is like, girl, you saying this in her confessional. She's like, girl, you're saying this, but you've been playing around with little island boo this whole time. That's what we all want, is to be cute and flirty with some man. And Tisha made a reference to it earlier in the episode as well. Like, girl, you able to just play with your little island boo, your little concierge, but everybody just looking on like, wish my man was here. And how they did not like that. So yeah, it was kind of funny for Melody to even have such a strong stance on, we don't need the man here, when you literally got a man attached to your hip whenever you want him to be. So Sunny finally caves, y'all. She says that as a woman, she owns up to the relationship that she had with Destiny, and basically she says sorry. This episode is giving this trip is the finale. But we know it's not. It's literally coming back for a new season. But it's truly giving, okay, everybody, let's make up and be nice so that when contracts come out, people not saying I'm not filming with her and I can get my check for another season. That is what this episode is giving. So it is crazy to me that they didn't just make that the finale and then do the reunion and then start the next season. But hey. So Mel Loki interrupts like, yay, so glad that Sunny to apologize, yay. And Destiny's just at the end of the table like, and I'm with Destiny. I'm with Destiny, y'all. She's not buying it. Neither am I. Like I said, it's just giving, I don't want these girls to think I would be a backstabber to them, so let me apologize so that don't nobody say they're not filming with me. That's what it's giving with Sunny, and that's what it's giving with Destiny. Next, Nell talks about the millimeters, and Destiny said that she should tell them to stop. Nell is like, I ain't say all that, that they might be messing with her money. I ain't saying all of that. Stormy is like, well, you got to take a stand. I always take a stand against the fans and my mama for spewing hate. It's been plenty of times where I tell my mama, don't do that. Some people feel a way about that because they like, girl, you let your mama go on for a while before you stopped her. So don't be trying to bring that up like you some goody tutu. So they're like, do we know that they're millimeters, or like, are they just fans of the show? They're like, no, they are self-proclaimed millimeters, and they're giving out the script of what everybody's saying. I'm not liking this, or I'm taking these off the shelf because she don't like Melody. So Shanita says, well, Melody nor Beyonce can control their fans, and yada yada. They're like, girl, even Beyonce told her fans to chill out. Like, yeah, you can't control other people, but you just need to state where you stand. You need to state where you stand. This is what Stormy is saying. Melody said, I don't have to stay. I don't have to stay. I said, ooh. I mean, you don't, but dang. So that's it for this episode, y'all. That was Love and Marriage Huntsville. We back for a new season. Are we gonna address Maurice's DUI, right? I feel like that was a part of it. I know it looks like that little park scene where all the couples are at. That's gonna be like the coup de grace of the season, because Martell talking about Tisha was cheating. It just seemed like it was a whole big old mess. So I can't wait till we get there. And next episode, are we still on this trip? I said we're gonna get every single scene of this trip. Any activity that they had where it was majority of the group, we are getting that as a full episode. And y'all, I really don't mind, because I'd rather do that than y'all to chop it up and give us 5 minutes of dinner, 5 minutes of this, when all of these things happen that you're not going to be able to show, and then you just give us like a little 5 to 10 second little flashback clip showing us like, this is what they're talking about. Both y'all ain't see it, but this what happened. And then you go right back. So I can appreciate that we're actually seeing the incidences that take place. Love is Blind. Y'all should take note. That's it, y'all. Make sure y'all like, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the video, comment, let me know what y'all thinking of this new season. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.